Welcome to our journey into the profound world of Buddhism and its unique approach to happiness. As we embark on this exploration, I want to share with you not just the practices, but the deep philosophy that guides them. In Buddhism, happiness isn't just a fleeting emotion, but a sustainable state that can be cultivated through wisdom, ethical living, and mental discipline. Buddhism teaches us that the pursuit of happiness is not about indulging in temporary pleasures or material gains. Rather, it's about finding a deep, enduring peace and contentment in our lives. This perspective is radically different from many contemporary views on happiness, which often focus on external success and personal gratification. Throughout this video, we will dive into the core teachings of Buddhism that illuminate the path to true happiness. We'll begin by understanding the foundational principles laid out in the Four Noble Truths, which explain not only the nature of suffering, but also how we can transcend it. We'll see how these truths pave the way for a life of fulfillment and joy. Next, we'll explore the concept of impermanence, a fundamental understanding that everything in life is transient and ever-changing. This insight encourages us not to cling too tightly to any moment, be it joyous or painful. We'll also discuss practical steps that you can incorporate into your daily life, such as mindfulness and meditation, which help cultivate a serene mind and a compassionate heart. Further, we'll look into how ethical actions and right livelihood contribute to our personal and collective well-being. And finally, we will address some common challenges and misconceptions about this path to happiness within the Buddhist context. By clearing these up, I hope to provide you with a clearer path forward. So whether you're new to Buddhism or looking to deepen your existing practice, this video aims to offer valuable insights that can guide you towards a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. In Buddhism, the pursuit of happiness is deeply intertwined with understanding the reality of our existence, which is elegantly outlined in the Four Noble Truths. These truths serve as the cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and offer a profound framework for addressing the suffering we experience. The first noble truth acknowledges that suffering, or dukkha, is an inevitable part of human life. This isn't a pessimistic viewpoint, but rather a realistic recognition that life involves frustration, pain, and loss. Understanding this truth helps us set realistic expectations about life's experiences. Moving to the second noble truth, we find that the origin of suffering is primarily due to our desires and attachments. We suffer because we cling to things, people, and experiences, hoping they will provide lasting happiness. Yet, this attachment often leads to disappointment as everything is subject to change. The third noble truth offers a ray of hope. It states that cessation of suffering is possible. This truth assures us that through personal effort and practice, we can overcome the attachments and desires that cause distress. This leads us to the fourth noble truth, which presents the path leading to the cessation of suffering, known as the Noble Eightfold Path. This path provides practical steps for living a life aligned with ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom. Another key concept in Buddhism is impermanence, or anicca. Everything in our lives is transient. Our feelings, thoughts, and even our sense of self are in constant flux. By truly understanding impermanence, we learn not to hold on to things too tightly, and thus avoid much of the suffering caused by our resistances and fears. Incorporating these insights into our daily lives encourages us not to be swayed by every high or low, but to maintain a balanced perspective in all situations. Recognizing that nothing is permanent helps us appreciate the present moment without heavy attachment or aversion. By grasping these fundamental Buddhist teachings on happiness and impermanence, we can start to navigate life's challenges with more grace and equanimity, paving our way toward true happiness. To translate the philosophical teachings of Buddhism into everyday happiness, there are several practical steps we can adopt. These methods are not just spiritual concepts, but are actionable practices that can profoundly impact our daily lives. Firstly, mindfulness and meditation are essential tools in Buddhism that help us cultivate a deeper awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. Mindfulness teaches us to live in the present moment without judgment, allowing us to experience life more fully and with less anxiety about the past or future. Meditation, particularly practices like vipassana, which means insight meditation, and metta, or loving-kindness meditation, helps us develop a calm and focused mind while nurturing feelings of goodwill towards ourselves and others. Right action and right livelihood are also crucial for fostering happiness. Right action involves engaging in behaviors that are ethical and avoid causing harm to others. This includes practicing honesty, nonviolence, and compassion in our daily interactions. Right livelihood means choosing a profession that does not cause harm or exploit others. When our actions and careers align with our ethical values, it reduces internal conflict and promotes a sense of peace and satisfaction. Developing compassion and loving kindness is another vital step towards happiness. Buddhism teaches that by cultivating compassion, we begin to see the interconnectedness of all beings and learn to treat them with kindness. This practice not only decreases personal suffering, but also enhances our relationships with others. Through exercises like metta meditation, where we send wishes of happiness and well-being first to ourselves and then to others, we expand our capacity for love and empathy. By integrating these practices into our lives, mindfulness, ethical living, meditation, and compassion, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute positively to the world around us. These steps offer a clear path toward achieving not just temporary pleasure, but profound and lasting happiness. So let's embrace these practices diligently and watch as they transform our lives from the inside out. Throughout my journey into the teachings of Buddhism and the pursuit of happiness, I've encountered numerous inspiring stories of transformation that highlight the profound impact these practices can have on individuals' lives. One particularly touching story is that of 𝗪𝗂, a corporate lawyer who felt trapped in a cycle of stress and dissatisfaction. Despite her successful career, 𝗪𝗂 struggled with anxiety and a lack of fulfillment. It was only when she attended a meditation retreat, introduced to her by a friend, that she began to experience shifts in her perspective. Through learning Vipassana meditation and embracing mindfulness, 𝗪𝗂 found a new way to relate to her thoughts and emotions. Over time, she reported feeling more at peace and capable of handling stress without being overwhelmed. Her relationships improved, and she found joy in small, everyday moments, something she hadn't experienced in years. Another powerful example comes from Tom, a retired veteran who suffered from severe PTSD. The scars of war had left him with deep emotional turmoil. When introduced to metta meditation, Tom was skeptical but desperate for relief. As he practiced sending loving kindness first to himself and then to others, he noticed a softening in his heart. He began volunteering at a local shelter, applying the principles of compassion and loving kindness in real-world interactions. This not only helped him heal his own wounds but also gave him a sense of purpose and connection. These stories underscore the transformative power of Buddhist practices. 𝗪𝗂's and Tom's experiences reveal how integrating mindfulness, meditation, and compassion into daily life can dramatically alter our mental state, relationships, and overall happiness. Such transformations are not rare or isolated cases. They are attainable by anyone willing to commit to the path outlined by Buddhist teachings. Whether dealing with everyday stress or more profound emotional challenges, the principles of Buddhism offer practical tools for change and growth. These stories inspire us to embark on our own journeys toward inner peace and happiness, showing us that change is possible no matter where we start. As we delve deeper into the practices of Buddhism aimed at achieving happiness, it's crucial to address some of the common challenges and misconceptions that can arise. Understanding these can help us navigate our journey more effectively and with realistic expectations. One significant challenge is the consistency in practice. Many people start with great enthusiasm, but find it difficult to maintain a regular meditation or mindfulness routine. Life's demands often interfere, or initial motivation wanes as the novelty wears off. This inconsistency can lead to frustration and a feeling of failure, which ironically can lead to more suffering. It's important to approach this practice with patience and understand that small, consistent steps are more beneficial than sporadic efforts. Moreover, there are several misconceptions about Buddhist happiness that can mislead or deter individuals. A common one is the belief that Buddhism encourages passivity or disengagement from the world. This couldn't be further from the truth. While Buddhism teaches detachment from overindulgence in material pleasures, It actively encourages engagement in the world through compassionate action and ethical living. The goal is not to withdraw from life, but to engage with it more consciously and meaningfully. Another misconception is that happiness in Buddhism means perpetual bliss or a constant state of euphoria. In reality, Buddhist happiness is about experiencing peace and contentment even amidst life's inevitable ups and downs. It's about finding stability and resilience in the face of life's impermanence and challenges. Addressing these challenges and clearing up these misconceptions are essential parts of learning how to effectively apply Buddhist principles to our lives. By acknowledging these hurdles and misunderstanding, we equip ourselves better to overcome them and continue our path towards lasting happiness. Remember, the journey to inner peace is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires persistence, patience, and a clear understanding of what Buddhist happiness truly entails. With this knowledge, we can set forth on this path with confidence and clarity, ready to embrace the richness that these teachings have to offer. As we wrap up our exploration of how to achieve lasting happiness through Buddhism, let's take a moment to recap the key points we've covered. We started with the foundational 4 Noble Truths, which outline the nature of suffering and the path to overcome it. We delved into the importance of understanding impermanence and how it can transform our approach to life's transient experiences. We then moved into practical steps that can be integrated into daily life, such as practicing mindfulness and meditation, living ethically through right action and right livelihood, and developing compassion and loving kindness. These practices are not just theoretical. They are actionable steps that can lead to profound personal transformations, as seen in the stories of individuals who have found peace and contentment through their journey in Buddhism. Despite the challenges, like maintaining consistency and navigating misconceptions about Buddhist teachings, it is clear that these principles offer a robust framework for not only coping with life's struggles, but thriving amidst them. I encourage you to begin incorporating these practices into your daily routine. Start small, perhaps with a few minutes of meditation each day, or by being more mindful and present during your interactions with others. Over time, these small changes can lead to significant transformations in your outlook and well-being. Remember, the path to happiness in Buddhism is a continuous journey of growth and understanding. It doesn't promise immediate perfection or an escape from all problems, but it offers a way to live life with more awareness, compassion, and equanimity. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Buddhist teachings on happiness. May you find the insights shared here useful as you navigate your path, and may you experience the deep peace and joy that these practices can bring. Here's to a journey of continuous learning and growth. May it bring you closer to the true essence of happiness.